Hey, hi guys, I'm Yaman. So, welcome to my YouTube channel on Power BI. So, I hope you have watched all my previous videos on visualization. So, now in this video, we are going to see how to format your visuals. Stay tuned. So, let us start formatting the visual on this bar chart first. So now you have a bar chart. So let us go stepwise, basic steps. So when you click on the particular visual, you get this format option, like format on this visual. We have seen how to format the entire canvas. So if you click on this canvas, you get an option to format your page. You can see it, format your report page, but I want to format the visual. So you can go now, you can format a visual. So you got so many options here. So to like show that in a bigger size, let me put that in a focus mode. So whatever changes I do, I can see that easily. Yeah, this is my focus mode. And here you have y-axis, x-axis. So if I off this, you can see here your y-axis is gone. If I tick, like if I off this, you can see your x-axis also gone. So depending upon the requirement, depending upon how the visual looks like, then you can take certain decisions on this. So let me keep it on. And here you can see we have y-axis as a type continuous and categorical. So if I click on categorical, you can see, yeah, so if you open here in the y-axis, so we have, okay, we'll discuss this later on. And we have minimum and maximum also. By default, it is auto. So let me just keep it auto only. Then you have grid lines. If you want, you can just have a horizontal grid line, vertical grid lines. If you want dotted, or if you want a solid line, you can see there's a small difference. If you put a solid, you can see the solid lines horizontally. Or if you want a dash, and you can increase the font size, the width size, you can change the color, you can play with this. Okay, you can do all these things. Let me increase the font size. Now you can see these colors and so on. Let me, you can change it to vertical lines also. So let me reset to default. I don't think we need this horizontal lines and vertical lines. Now you can keep a zoom slider. Suppose if you want to slide and check what is there on the x-axis, you can just zoom in, and if you see like what is the exact value here, you can just keep a zoom slider in the x-axis also, in the y-axis also. I don't think that is important. Then what is important here is your data labels. So I personally love this feature. So if you keep this on, you can see that you get the values here. So beautifully, the sales of amount, or the sales amount by year is divided, and you get that in all data labels. So most of the time we use data labels. Now you can see that the difference between this chart, and if you look at the line chart, it is not showing you any perfect values. So if I want to see what is the value of 2020, the sales amount, you have to refer somewhere here. You cannot get the exact value. You get a approximate value always. So you, like if you take a data label, you get what are the exact values there. So there are a lot of things you can do in data labels. So let me show you. If you go to visual, and if you go to format, here in data labels, if you on this, you can select a position you want. So you can select a position like inside end. So it will be inside and the end. You can see at the end inside. If you want outside end, so it will be outside and it will be at the end. You can see outside and at the end. So if you want inside center, so it will, your data label will be inside the center. So depending upon your requirement, you can change. Let me keep it for auto. And this is about your data labels. You can increase the label intensity, you can just increase it, or you can just decrease it also. So let me go back to the report. Let me just maximize this so it will be faster. Okay, so, or let me take that in a new page and do the formatting. I have copied it and now I'll be pasting it here. Okay, so this was about data labels. So you can play with this data labels. Now you have one more feature called bars. Here you can see the color of this bar is by default blue. You can change that at any time. You can take maroon, blue color, whatever color you want. You can see here. You can see the change quickly. And one of the good feature of this formatting is here you have an option called show all. So you just on this, enable this, you can see all the year's data. So you can do formatting on, like if I want to highlight the 2017's data should be in suppose yellow color, something like this. Yeah, and 2018 colors should be light blue and 20 colors should be black. So you can do that. Yeah, beautiful. You can change all the colors. So just I'm telling you, but you need to think on which color suits you the most. Then you have plot area background. So we have seen how to change the background of the canvas, but at the same time you can change the background of your visual also. So here you can put any of the image you want in that, or you can change the like background color also. So for that, let me go to general and let me go to background. Just a minute. Yeah, so in general, we have an effect. So if you go to the effects, you have a background color. By default, it is showing you a white, but you can change it to whatever color you want. So let me take it blue, and you can change the transparency like this. So depending upon your requirement, you can change your color. So now let me keep this like this, and let me minimize this, change, resize it, resize this, and let me increase the size of this. Now you can see you can change the background color in this general settings, and here you go to effect and you can change whatever color you want. You can do that. Now the important thing is the title. So I am going to talk about title now. So by default it is on, and you can see the title by default it is showing you sum of sales amount by year. So if you open this, here you can change whatever title you want. So I'll tell, like I'll not take sum of, let me take total sales of, or let me take total sales amount versus your year or by year. I think this looks good. And you can change the heading, whatever font you want. You can do the changes here by selecting between these headings. You can change the even font also. You can take Arial Black. I can see here. I can increase the font size. Hey, I will increase some of the font size because I want to highlight this. By looking at this, I can easily say that, oh, this is my total sales amount by year. Then you use the text color. It is black. You can change at any color. Let me use a background color of maybe let me take or align this to a center, and let me choose a background color maybe dark blue. Yeah, I hope you can see, and let me text change the text size by white. So I think this looks good when you compare to any other visual. So if you compare these two visuals, I think this looks good. I have not like uh, taken into consideration the beautiful visuals, but just I'm showing you how to change all that. So I know that this color combination doesn't suit, but I explain you how to do the formatting part. So let me go to header icons. You can change or you can put the icons. The tooltip is on. You can see once you move your cursor, you are getting some tooltip here. So, and you have the effects. In effects, you have turned on the background. You can change the background. Let me change little bit of transparency, and we have a visual border. Now, by default, we do not have any border, but you can align some border like this. You just select the visual border, you make this on, you open the settings, and you can see the background color is like border color is black. You can change that whatever you want. You can get enough rounded curves. You can see you got a curve at this visual borders. I hope you can see that. So you can put visual borders also later on. and then you have a shadow. You can see this when I click on shadow, you can see a shadow which is showing you at the bottom and at the right. So if you want to show shadow bottom right, or at the top or the left, at the right, bottom left, and so on, you can play with this. You can put a shadow. So now you can just see how this visual looks after formatting when you compare it this with this. Let me delete this. Yeah, if I keep this aside of, and if I make these two sizes equal, and you can see which visual looks better. So obviously you can see this visual, and you can highlight this y-axis, you can highlight this x-axis, the values and everything, you can highlight that. So let me do that. So if you see on the y-axis, or if you look at the data labels, I can change the values here, and I can change the color here. I will highlight something like black. I can see, yeah, you can see highlighted one, and you can change the background of that values also. So now, I'm telling you the most important feature in all across Microsoft. We have that feature called Format Painter. We have done visual, we have done most of the formatting on this, and I want to apply same formatting on this visual also. Can I do that? Yeah, you can do that by using a Format Painter. So just click on this visual, click on Format Painter, take this paint brush and just apply on this visual. Just click it on that visual. You can see that beautifully you got all the settings which we have applied here. It has changed by, for example, you got the headers, you got the data labels, and you got the visual background. Everything was changed with one single click. So this is about the format painter, and this is about how we visualize or how we format the visuals. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again. Keep learning.